Hey everybody, welcome to the Frontier Preppers channel. I am Billy, and today we're going to be talking about prepper fatigue. Before we do that, if you don't mind, check our content, see if you like it. If you do, consider subscribing, liking our videos, sharing our videos, and most importantly, hit the notification bell. It does let you know when we post new content. Without further ado, let's discuss. In other videos, we have touched on the fact that mental health does have an impact in our well-being. We have touched on the fact that, well, sometimes we got to take a break. And a lot of times we feel overwhelmed with everything that is going on around the world. That is a fact. We are being bombarded with so many things all at once that sometimes, at least I feel this way, I don't even know what to do. And I am pretty sure that at least a few of you feel the same way. So that to me is called prepper fatigue. That's just to put it in our line of work, if you will, in our lifestyle. Prepper fatigue is nothing more than you being bombarded 24/7 with bad news, catastrophes, events that you have no control over, politics, and so on and so forth. You are so overwhelmed that your brain flat out says, you know what, Mr. Prepper? You're done. You're going to take a break whether you like it or not. Usually it's in the form of getting sick. Yes. Been there, done that, plenty of time. Mrs. D is the one who said, like, yeah, you're going to get sick. If you don't listen, you need to stop, have a coffee, relax, stop reading all of that stuff. You have no control over it, and just take a chill pill. Me, on the other hand, woman, you have no idea what you're talking about. You know how important for me to be is for me to be informed. If I don't know, how am I supposed to make educated decisions? Mrs. D, on the other hand, is like, sweetie, there's nothing you can do. Drink your coffee, shut up, and try to relax. I am thankful that I found Mrs. D, and Mrs. D had been in my life for the past 20 years. Very thankful, because she's the one who brings me down. I'm actually always like of the mindset of go, and she's like, just chill, Billy, chill. But nonetheless, prepper fatigue is real. We cannot ignore it. Everyone, what do you do to relax? In my household, pretty much, Last plays video games. He is allowed. For those of you who are gonna say, "Oh, don't let your son play video games," he's allowed of 1 hour during the weekend per day. Saturday and Sunday, or when there's no school, after everything is done, after all the chores are done, after he helped me outside, everything is done, then he has 1 hour. Sometimes we give him an extra 30 minutes if he has been really good. During the week, no video games at all, period. So that's what we do. We allow him to play video games during the weekend. I don't longer play video games. I just don't have the time to sit down. But I do have my morning coffee. I do have my middle of the day coffee, my afternoon coffee, my before go to bed coffee. So during that time, Mrs. D makes me sit down for 30 minutes. She makes me sit down. She makes my coffee, put my feet up in my recliner, take my boots off and everything, and she's like, you need to just chill. For the love of God, Billy, chill. You drive me nuts. So usually she gives me the coffee and throw the girls on top of me so the girls can be just all over me. For those of you who don't know, the girls are the pugs. And they are 4-month-old, so they're puppies. So they just go to town on me. And of course, she handles me the TV so I can watch. No news. Usually, I put some anime on it. Like, I don't know. For those of you who don't know, it's just cartoons. That's it. So that actually calms me down quite a bit. Lat sits right next to me. We talk a little bit. And a lot of times, another thing that I do is I come here to the prepper shed. here in the prepper shed, I pretty much have everything that I need to do with related to taking care of my boomsticks, my archery stuff. I have a lot of preps in here. I have obviously my computer. This is where I do my videos and whatnot, away from the main part of the house, because I don't want to have all of that preparedness inside the house and just that heavy environment. Because I noticed in the past, just talking about that 24/7 creates a very heavy environment. And you don't want that. You want your house, your temple to be as calm as you possibly can. Now, if you don't have a prepper shed like I do, or you have a room dedicated just for preparedness, well, your house is your temple, and there's nothing you can do. But if you have the opportunity, or you have the chance or the space, my recommendation is try to do it. Try to do it. Once I get out of here, once I get out of my prepper shed, often there's no in-depth prepper conversations. We may talk about something, that is going on in the world, but overall, prepping stays in the prepper shed. Preparing stays in here. This is why we have this space. In Florida, the back of the house, the addition of the house was, there was the prepper room. So I have my reloading room, everything in there. Once I leave that section of the house, it was the same. Miami, I did not have that chance when I lived in Miami. So it was an apartment. So it was a little different. But I tried to diminish the prepper talk 24/7. And why I'm saying that is because you may be on board 100% with preparedness. You may be 100% on board with just talking about prepping all day long. That's you. But the person next to you may not be of the same mindset. Or, like Mrs. D has told you all, in our lives, I just can't have that 24/7. It gives me anxiety. Therefore, what I do is, okay, it gives you anxiety. I'm just not going to do it as much. I will ask you questions when I need an answer, and we can have a discussion. But other than that, I'm not going to be 24/7 because, quite frankly, it's not healthy. It is not healthy. Now, if you ask whether or not I keep up with the news and whatnot, the answer is yes and no. I do have, I wake up at 5 in the morning every day, and my work day starts at 6:30. It takes about 25-ish minutes of commute time. Not because it's far away, but because I take my time. I go slow. The roads are very dangerous in here during winter, so I take my time. But before I leave, I have my coffee in the morning. I'm watching a few YouTube channels that I had the notifications on. See what's going on. I read the newspaper. Yes, I do read the newspaper. Not the physical newspaper, but I have a subscription on my tablet and I read the local newspaper and see what's going on. And after that, during my lunch, I only take a 30-minute lunch. I'm eating my stuff, and again, I pull out the newspaper, my tablet, and I'm just looking to see what's going on in my area. Other than that, when I get home, obviously, you guys see the product, because then that's when I sit and I do videos and I share with y'all thoughts and experiences and, what I'm thinking. But when I go inside the house, after all of that is done, there's no prepper talk at all. I may make a comment here and there, but that is it. The reason why I do that is because I know my limitations, and I know Mrs. D's limitations. Last, we still are seeing, he's still little. But I know for the fact that her limitation is you cannot bombard him with a lot of stuff. I get anxiety. So, my limitation is when I am reading too much and news, when I'm sitting in front of the computer too much, watching news and watching bad things, I get sick. So for those of you who suffer from prepper fatigue, I encourage you all to sometimes be like, let me pause this. Let me pause it. Let me step away from everything, because my mental well-being is number one when it comes to my preparedness plans and the well-being of my family. So let me take care of that, and let me not be into that category of fatigue and get sick because I was not smart enough to identify those elements that I should have. Get what I'm saying? So hopefully that gives you some ideas. Hopefully it helps you deal with prepper fatigue. It is a real thing. Don't ignore it. Mental health is something that a lot of people do ignore because they don't see it, but it is real. We all have dealt with it before, whether we like to admit it or not. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you do to combat prepper fatigue? Whether or not you, I don't know. I'm not even gonna, just let us know. Let us know what you do, and if you have questions, let's interact with each other. That's what this is all about. So yeah, like I always, rock on, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye, everybody.